I heard the camera go eat eat, so I know when it goes eat eat, it's stopping on me. 10 minutes is not long enough. Sometimes I get too wound up here and talk too much. So I guess this is going to be the second part of the WP2 WOB series. And what I'm hoping to do is with the different, like your GP models, that's your plug, and your WOB, that would be your play. So the whole Joe pipe assembly, Joe pipe, and the body, whatever the body's going to be. In this case, it's a heat box. You take your Joe pipe, put her in. Now you're away, and you're making your heat or whatever. You can use it for many different ways. And the beauty about it, if this wears out, pull her out, you have another one, put her in, you're away. And but you want to design your units heavy duty, like mild steel's not going to work. You're going to need steel that's at least 3/8. For the body, I would use steel that's 3/8. So weight may be a factor, but you have something here that is extremely long term. And as I was saying in the first video, that the heat plenum has an exhaust plenum around this. So you have to have somewhere for the exhaust to go through. So you allow the exhaust to filter around the heat plenum. And in order to lock one together with the other, basically the exhaust plenum would be suspended around the heat body. And that's one of the reasons for these pipes here, is that you could actually line up the bodies, take a pipe and slip it through the exhaust and into the heat plenum, and it would make the two units, it would make them one piece. And so say for example these tubes could be filled with sand. You may have 6 large pipes at the geometric location here, and the inner part you probably wouldn't want these filled with sand, but on the outer ones you would have, well, I guess you could fill them with sand. So the pipe that you have that's going to go in there like a keyway to lock everything into position, you could have it full of sand, so the sand would pull out more of the, extract more of the heat, because you're talking intense heats here. And if you use sodium or salts for something like this, it wouldn't work. You just don't have the circuit for it. And say for example, if you wanted to heat up hot water, you could have a sand cartridge already made up with a pipe going through it, just like those cartridges for soft water and all that. You just plug them in. You just plug your cartridge in here and snap on your water lines or snap on your steam lines or whatever that you're doing, and you would have almost a 24-foot area here where the water would be heating as it is passing through, and you'd have more than one area. And around your exhaust plenum, you would have like an outer plenum, and that would be your final plenum. And that might be a little wider apart, right? And so the heat's enclosed in here, the exhaust is enclosed in here, and all that heat wants to go out. So between your exhaust plenum and your air plenum, you might see anywhere from 400, 500, 600 degrees of heat, and maybe 400 or 500. I can live with that. And so you have a large area that's very intense heat, and in your air plenum you might have holes around the periphery similar to this, and even in your exhaust plenum you could have holes going through where the the exhaust heat would heat up the pipes, and you could maybe use that for just blowing outside air through. And so the holes within your exhaust plenum would go into your air plenum, right? And then all you do is have a big fan on the back, and you're just pumping 500 feet per minute, cubic feet per minute, into the air plenum. So when like this side here of the pipes would be connected open to the outside. So you would have a good 6 pipes, about so big, a couple inches round, pumping out high volume air. And it definitely would work here. And so, you'll be able to take your sand cartridges and put it in there. If you wanted to convert your hot air tubes into heating water, not a problem. I know the Lord speaks to me. Most times He just puts the knowing in me, and just shows me the pictures. And in one moment at a time, you can see how, like envision the whole thing. And that's kind of where this came in. And this could be made simply. And once we know that this is going to work, and so I'm kind of appealing to you experts out there. Is this going to work? Now, if you got your 2,000 degree flame going into here, and you might be adding steam in here to boot the heat from, say, 2,000 up to about 3,000 degrees. And so your fire would more or less be spun to the outside. And so you're doing your best to disperse the heat. And because otherwise I think the whole thing would go into meltdown. Or you could probably even keep it on low and it's still going to work. A waste oil burner probably requires heat to be self-sustaining. If you're not going to use LPG or propane, but you need the intense heat here to flash the oil into the vapor state so you have your continuous burn. And I'm sure that this whole area here would be a nice glowing bright orange. It wouldn't take, that it's going to happen pretty fast. Okay, this finishes the second part of the JP2 WOB series. Waste oil heater combined with the Joe pipe to make a more efficient waste oil heater. I'd like to hear back from you. Joshua saying goodbye for now. See you next time.